Why did the Pilgrims leave Holland? Well, to make a long story short, it was expensive. When the Pilgrims arrived in Holland in 1620, they quickly found that life there was more expensive than in England. Rents were high, as were taxes, and the cost of basic goods and services was also high. For example, the price of bread, a staple of the Pilgrims' diet, was more than double what they were paying in England. Now, to be fair, bread prices had been going up in England for the past few years, but the Pilgrims had hoped that the move to Holland would help ease their financial burden, but that was not the case. In addition to the high cost of living, the Pilgrims also struggled to adapt to the Dutch economic system. The Dutch economy was highly dependent on international trade and specialized industries like shipbuilding and textiles. But many of the Pilgrims were farmers and traders by background and had little experience in these areas. This lack of economic opportunity made it difficult for them to earn a decent wage and support their families. And so poverty became widespread in the Pilgrim community. To make matters worse, Dutch labor laws were not always favorable to foreign workers. While the Dutch were known for their relatively free economy, wages were low and competition for jobs was fierce. This meant that the Pilgrims were often forced to work long and hard hours in dangerous conditions just to put food on the table. In addition, the Pilgrims could not easily own land in Holland. This was a major blow to their hopes of building an independent farming community. Instead, they were forced to rent land from the Dutch, which was expensive and limited their ability to earn a profit. Now, to be clear, the Pilgrims were not the only ones struggling economically. The entire region was suffering from a downturn in trade and industry. But the Pilgrims were particularly vulnerable because of their lack of experience in the Dutch economy and their inability to own land. So after a few years of struggling to make ends meet in Holland, the Pilgrims decided to seek a new life in a place where they could have their own land and build a community on their own terms. And that's why they came to America. If you want to learn more about the Pilgrims, stay tuned for more information.